Hello, lovely. In this video, we're gonna give you model answers and vocabulary about chocolate. Yum, yum, yum. I'm Maria.
And my name is Rory, and we're here to help prepare you for Ielts speaking and have a little bit of fun along the way.
Rory, you know what? I'm a little chocolate for this recording. Did you get that? I'm chocolate for the meeting or to the meeting? To the meeting.
I don't care. I just can't.
Chocolate. I'm late for the meeting. I'm chocolate. Okay, all right. Yes, dear listener, now, we're gonna give you nice, yummy, juicy vocabulary about chocolate. This is a new IELTS speaking topic. It just popped up, I think, on the 1st of January. Okay, so it's like fresh and current topic. So we're gonna feed your soul with some nice chocolate. Are you ready? Are you hungry, Rory? And I do have some chocolate jokes up my sleeve.
Oh God. Oh well, you have chocolate jokes, I have chocolate, so let's see who's more popular by the end of this.
Do you like eating chocolate?
I like the sensations that come with eating chocolate, but not necessarily the aftermath of eating as much of it as I would if I could. Although you have to wonder though, is that actually the taste of the chocolate or is it all of the sugar that's in it? We have a note from Vanya to talk about hemp chocolate, but we will not be talking about hemp chocolate. No.
Yum, yum, yum. How yummy was that, dear listener? So chocolate. Chocolate is countable or uncountable. So chocolate is good, chocolate is expensive, there is lots of chocolate, right?
But you can also have chocolates, like individual chocolates in a box. I mean, for example, we came prepared for this episode. I have a box of chocolates from one of my pupils that I teach, so thank you very much. This is coming in extremely handy. So, it's made from chocolate, uncountable, but there are chocolates in it. And we were talking about flavors of chocolate, and these are actually mint chocolate. Cool mint chocolate.
Yeah. So a box of chocolates, and chocolates as individual, little things, okay? And Rory told us that he likes sensations that come with eating chocolate. Sensations, that's what you feel. Sensations like you have your taste buds. So taste buds that you kind of feel the taste. And then like the sensations which come with eating chocolate. But the aftermath.
Yes, the
Aftermath of eating chocolate is not really.
It's not great.
Because of a lot of sugar, right? You said. And we can say that chocolate is this forbidden food. Because it contains, some people say it's like forbidden and we shouldn't eat chocolate because it makes people overweight, it has a lot of sugar. But I reckon that chocolate is good for us. Chocolate is happiness. Dear listener, do you agree?
Yeah, well, chocolate releases endorphins, doesn't it? So that's one of the sensations that you can get when you eat it. And probably it's not really the chocolate that's the problem, it's the people eating too much of it. Put down the chocolate and step away from the cake and you'll be fine.
If you eat chocolate in moderation, like not like
yeah, like a healthy medium, a healthy balance.
Also, Rory showed us like a box of chocolates, but we have different types of chocolates. Like, for example, I enjoy chocolate truffles. These little, things, truffles. Or you can say I enjoy hot chocolate, like a drink, right? Or chocolate milk, or chocolate spread, Nutella. Hey, Rory, do you enjoy Nutella spread?
I don't. But then I try and I already try not to eat too much chocolate. So if I would eat it if I had space on it, like in my diet, but I don't. So I just won't.
You can also say, like, if you like chocolate, you can say that I do have some chocolate cravings. So if I have a craving for chocolate, what is it?
Like you really, really want something?
Like, oh, like I need this. I have a feeling like I need some chocolate, right? So
It's like an empty hole in your soul that you must fill with the chocolate.
What's your favorite chocolate flavor?
There are different flavors. I had no idea. And, well, now that you've put me on the spot, probably milk chocolates, if I'm having a moment where I don't care about my health. Although I do like dark chocolate in some things. That's quite nice. And I have these bars actually sitting next to me that have a higher percentage of cocoa in them than usual, and they taste pretty good. Although I would never eat any kind of chocolate that had fruit in it, for example, like with raisins.
When we discussed flavors, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate.
Oh, white chocolate. Why didn't I think of that? See, this is the thing. When you're placed on the spot with these questions, you can like sometimes say, like, you might have all of this vocabulary in your head, but you don't really know what to say at the time. So I said, oh, you put me on the spot. So that's it's not a great piece of vocabulary for talking about chocolate, but it is a great phrase for whenever you're trying to think of something for, well, your exam, and you've got a question that's about something you've never really thought about before. I wish I'd thought about milk chocolate. You put me on the spot. That's not fair.
Yeah, like the examiner asks you a crazy question, like, what's your favorite planet? Huh, what planet? I forget all the names for planets.
You put me on the spot, so probably the one I live on.
Yeah, so do react to the examiner's question if it's a silly question or if, like, oh wow, you put me on the spot. But unfortunately, for a high score, band 9 score, you do need specific vocabulary to talk about chocolate. And we are giving this to you. So we have milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Rory also mentioned chocolate bars. Bars.
Yes. Oh, the bars. Yes. Now, in the real exam, you won't have the bar sitting next to you, but I had this one here. So these are the bars I was talking about. They are called naked bars, and it's funny because I was talking about not having any fruit in it, but this one has raw fruit and nuts, but it's got so much cocoa in it that it doesn't actually taste like it's got the fruit in it.
What do you call it? A naked bar? A naked? Naked?
I think it just means that it's not made with anything. So here, it's made with dates, cashews, raisins, cocoa, and orange oil. And that's all.
Sweet, yeah. Cocoa.
I want to eat it right now, to be honest with you.
Beans. Go ahead. It's like an informal podcast, vidcast, so yeah. We can say that some types of chocolates have a high percentage of cocoa beans. For example, like 75% of cocoa beans, the chocolate will be bitter. And you can say that I like dark chocolate or bittersweet chocolate or bitter chocolate. Milk, white chocolate, they are also different types. And also you can say organic chocolate. Organic, like made in an organic way with organic cocoa beans.
This is so unfair. I didn't have the chance to think of any of these things.
We're thinking about them now.
I know, but I need more time.
And when we talk about different types of chocolate, dear listener, I have a joke. I have a chocolate joke.
Oh, good. Another joke. Fantastic. I can't wait to hear it.
Jokes on this podcast are not an option. So I just give you jokes. You just
you give me jokes
react.
And I put up with it.
It's like in the Ielts test. The examiner asks you questions. Like you can't do anything about it, right? So the same here. Jokes, like, yeah, they are parts of this podcast. So, a chocolate joke. What type of chocolate do they sell at the airport? Plain chocolate. Plain chocolate. Dear listener, did you get it? Plain chocolate is just only chocolate. There are no nuts, no fillings. It's just like chocolate, No raisins, no fruits. Plain chocolate. It's like what else can be plain?
Yeah, you're plain crazy.
Yeah, and plain, that's like, it sounds the same, like plain, ooh. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, right. So plain chocolate bars, for example, I like plain chocolate bars, plain like Plain. Plain chocolate bars in white, milk, or dark chocolate. Did you often eat chocolate when you were a kid?
Well, since I was quite a sizable child, I would definitely say I overindulged in treats more than just from time to time. Of course, when I was a teenager, I burned all the fat off, so it wasn't so bad. But it still, in hindsight, wasn't a great idea or a great lifestyle choice at the time.
Oh, Rory, you were a sizable kid. A sizable, like,
Sizable is just a really, really nice way of saying that I was very, very fat when I was a child.
ooh, how fat were you?
Very. Let us not dwell on this too much.
I wish you could show you a picture of a sizable Rory as a kid.
Well, you saw a sizable Rory when we worked together initially, because if memory serves, I was quite fat as well then.
Not a little bit. You were plump.
That's a little bit. I was fat.
No, yeah, fat, actually, fat, yes. Yeah, I remember looking at Rory, going, oh wow, he got big.
He clearly ate quite a lot. But then I lost all the weight and it was fine. I'm very healthy now.
Yeah. Wow. So I used to be a sizable child, plump. And we can also say that we indulge in chocolate. So I enjoy indulging in chocolate, or I indulge in chocolate every week.
But if you eat too much, then you overindulge, like I did.
Yeah, work, overwork, indulge, overindulge in chocolate, which is not a good thing. You can say, you didn't say chocolate, you said treats.
Same thing. Just stuff with sugar in it. It's all chocolate is these days. Most of the time, I should say.
So I indulged in treats, like chocolate treats, because it's a treat, like sweets, treats, Or you can say I indulge in chocolate treats once in a while. Yum, yum, yum. And then Rory burnt it all off. He burned the fat off. Fat. No, not from here, no.
Because I grew up.
Yeah, he grew up and
then the second time, I didn't grow up. I joined a gym and got a life.
Yeah, a life of microwaved eggs, tuna at freaking 5 a.m. in the morning.
I love, what, 5 a.m. in the morning? A life of waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. But I don't cook eggs at that time in the morning. It's just a protein shake. It's fine.
Yeah, so you can burn the fat off. So you can say, okay, I enjoy eating some chocolate, or I indulge in chocolate treats, and then I burn it all off in a gym. Is it good to give chocolate as gifts to others?
Well, I don't see why not, unless they're, assuming they're not diabetic or lactose intolerant. Because chocolate's it's cheap, it's available, it exists in a variety of flavors and forms. So it would definitely be at the top of my list of ideas as a gift for somebody.
Rory, you used a lot of interesting words here, lactose, intolerant, diabetic.
Well, you wouldn't give chocolate with sugar in it, which is what most chocolate is. You wouldn't give that to somebody who would die if they ate it.
We don't usually give chocolate to people who are diabetic, who have diabetes, right? So this disease, and also to those who are lactose intolerant. So lactose is this ingredient. But we do give chocolates to chocoholics. And you can say, oh, I'm a little bit of a chocoholic, like a shopaholic, alcoholic, podcastaholic, Rory-caholic. Rory-caholic.
That would be a really unfortunate disability to have.
Why do you think chocolate is popular around the world?
Well, it's funny actually, because I was thinking about it there after that question about whether I liked, if I liked eating chocolate, and I wondered, is it because of the sugar that's in it? And I think that might actually be what attracts people to it, rather than or at least its combination with the chocolate flavor. Although I imagine there are some chocolate connoisseurs out there who would talk about the texture of the chocolate and the different histories that draw people in. But I would probably go back to my original answer and say that it's the sugar that's really getting people hooked on it.
Chocolate is popular all over the world, and Rory mentioned connoisseurs. This is a nice French word, connoisseur.
And I'm going to really oversimplify it. So a connoisseur is like an expert in the taste of something. Wine connoisseur, chocolate connoisseur.
Wine connoisseur. Podcast connoisseur. You are our podcast connoisseur, because you are listening to this quality podcast.
Because you know that ours is the most quality of Ielts podcasts. There is no need for anything else. Just this. This is fine.
Connoisseurs talk about different textures of chocolate textures, and histories.
But the texture is just how it feels when you're eating it. Really oversimplifying it there.
And histories of chocolate can draw people in. So if people are drawn to something, or like chocolate draws people in,
they are attracted to it.
Rory, you've used a nice linking phrase, like I said, blah, blah, blah. And we know that in speaking, our linking phrases should be natural, they should be informal, and they should be correctly and well used. So, like I said, when do we usually use this phrase?
Well, when we're referring back to something we said before. Specifically, when you're in an Ielts exam and they keep asking you the same question, which you will see in the episode about jewellery. Do you like chocolate? How do you like your chocolate? How often do you like chocolate? Do you like chocolate now?
Yeah, so to refer to something that you've already said, you can say, like I said, I'm not really into chocolate, but my friends are all chocoholics. Like I said, I prefer dark chocolate because it has antioxidants, yeah?
Do you know what they are and do you know what they do?
They improve my brain function.
Oh my god, right, no, okay. Quick science lesson for people, right.
Okay, interesting. Rory, if you were chocolate, what kind of chocolate would you be? I would be a hot chocolate fountain. You know, like they
That's not
this...
kind of chocolate, that's a form of chocolate.
Okay, like what form of chocolate would you be? So I would be a hot chocolate fountain. You know, dear listener, they have this huge fountain and the fruits, and you can just take some fruits or some nuts and just like plunge a strawberry into this hot chocolate. No.
I would be caramel chocolate because I am super sweet.
Oh,
That's a lie, but
yeah. If you were chocolate, what form, what kind of chocolate, what flavor of chocolate would you be? Could you let us know? Yes. And just write some comments about your relationship with chocolate. Are you a chocoholic? Do you
have a healthy relationship with chocolate?
Thank you very much for listening. We love you. So stay choco happy, and we'll see you in our next videos. Bye.
Give me that chocolate.